Sanjiv Mehta, from your perspective, with all the portfolio of brands that you run, how do you compare the impact of the second wave of the COVID pandemic and the resultant lockdowns with what we saw last year?
Thank you. Thank you, Rahul. My greetings to all your viewers. I'll just compare and contrast a bit. I'll just pick up from where Uday left. That last year, same time, I think the biggest challenge we had was to start the manufacturing. Yeah, because we went in through a very hard lockdown and everything came to a grinding halt. This year, thankfully, the manufacturing did not stop. So the back-end supply chain kept functioning. Where the issues were, because there were localized lockdowns and different districts were following different procedures. It wasn't a consistent. So in some places, the stores were locked down completely for a few days. In some places, they were open for a few days, for a few hours a day. So there was a different kind of last mile impact. The other bit was, if you would recall, rural was very resilient last time. Yeah, and COVID had not impacted rural India at all. This time, that has impacted, and we could also sense it that when it comes to the last mile distribution, the wholesale mandis, many of them came to a halt. One was the restriction. The second was many of the people fell ill. Yeah, the traders fell ill. So that was the kind of impact we felt this time. It was a bit different in nature. I think June will be, Rahul, a very critical month, because this is a time when we will get a sense whether the disruption impact, was it because of constriction of supply chain at the front end, or was it because the demand has got impaired? Now, when you look at it from the kind of portfolio we have, on one hand, there is essentials. Now, in essentials, there wasn't any kind of pantry loading this time. There wasn't an obsessive buying of sanitizers or soaps as we saw last time. Mm-hmm. Because one was people knew that the stores are open, albeit for a few hours. The second bit, which has certainly got impacted, which is like out of home, categories like ice cream and all. And the third is categories which are linked to mobility of people. As the mobility goes down, you see the impact on the demand for those products. So definitely, it has been a period where it has got impacted. But if we were to wait for another 4 weeks, we'll have a better assessment to what extent the demand has been impaired or the consumption has been impaired, and where is it because of disruption in the supply lines.
So